तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। नमः श्री शंकरानंद गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलासमहामोह ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणि Let's chant from Shloka 16:1-6. सत्त्वशुद्ध्यविशुद्धिभ्याम् मायाविद्ये च ते मते मायाबिम्बो वशीकृत्य तां स्यात् सर्वज्ञ ईश्वरः अविद्यावशगस्त्वन्यः तद्वैचित्र्यादनेकधा साकारणशरीरं स्यात् प्राज्ञस्तत्राभिमानवान् तमः प्रधानप्रकृतेः तद्भोगायेश्वराज्ञया वियत्पवनतेजोऽम्बु भुवो भूतानि जज्ञिरे सत्त्वांशैः पञ्चभिस्तेषाम् क्रमाद्धीन्द्रियपञ्चकम् श्रोत्रत्वगक्षिरसन घ्राणाख्यमुपजायते तैरन्तःकरणं सर्वैः वृत्तिभेदेन तद्विधा मनोविमर्शरूपं स्यात् बुद्धिः स्यान्निश्चयात्मिका रजोंशैः पञ्चभिस्तेषाम् क्रमात् कर्मेन्द्रियाणि तु वाक्पाणिपादपायूप स्थाभिधानानि जज्ञिरे तैः सर्वैः सहितैः प्राणो वृत्तिभेदात् स पञ्चधा प्राणोपानः समानश्चो दानव्यानौ च ते पुनः बुद्धिकर्मेन्द्रियप्राण पञ्चकैर्मनसा शरीरं सप्तदशभिः सूक्ष्मं तल्लिङ्गमुच्यते प्राज्ञस्तत्र राज्यस्तत्राभिमानेन तैजसत्वं प्रपद्यते हिरण्यगर्भतामीशः तयोर्व्यष्टिसमष्टिता समष्टिरीशः सर्वेषां स्वात्मतादात्म्यवेदनात् तदभावात्ततोऽन्येतु कथ्यन्ते व्यष्टिसंज्ञया तद्भोगाय पुनर्भोग्य भोगायतनजन्मने पञ्चीकरोति भगवान् प्रत्येकं वियदादिकम् द्विधा विधाय चैकैकम् चतुर्धा प्रथमं पुनः स्वस्वेतरद्वितीयांशैः योजनात् पञ्च पञ्चते तैरण्डस्तत्र भुवनम् भोग्यभोगाश्रयोद्भवः हिरण्यगर्भस्थूलेऽस्मिन् देहे वैश्वानरो भवेत् तैजसा विश्वतां याता देवतिर्यं नरादयः ते पराग्दर्शिनः प्रत्यक् तत्त्वबोधविवर्जिताः The sthula prapancha is created out of the sthula bhutas. In the sthula prapancha, the sthula shariras are also created. The sthula sharira is a part of the sthula prapancha. Sthula sharira is not different from sthula prapancha. It is a part. Our body is just a part of this world. It is made of the same elements out of which this world is made. Then what is the difference between this table and this body? As far as the material is concerned, there is no difference. The table is also is Panchabhuta. This body is also Panchabhuta. Then what forms the difference? In this body, there is the Sukshma Sharira. This body houses the Sukshma Sharira. whereas the table does not house a Sukshma Sharira. So this body houses a Sukshma Sharira, and in the Sukshma Sharira there is Chidabhasa. Chidabhasa means reflection of the consciousness. The consciousness expresses in the Sukshma Sharira. The sentiency expresses in the Sukshma Sharira. Consciousness is Brahman. Chaitanya is Brahman. And the Brahman is everywhere. It is all pervasive. We saw the Prakriti. Prakriti is dependent on Brahman. The Prakriti which projected this universe is dependent on Brahman. Prakriti does not have an existence independent of Brahman. And all the five elements and the composites of all the five elements, this whole universe, also cannot exist without Brahman. Brahman is the substance. Everything is resting on Brahman. Everything is finding its existence in Brahman. Therefore, the existence you find in any object is nothing other than Brahman. The Sat in anything is. The is in anything is nothing but Brahman. Therefore, Brahman pervades every object. This invariably means that the consciousness pervades every object. The Brahma Chaitanya is there in the table also. Even though Brahma Chaitanya is there in the table, you cannot find the expression of Chaitanya in the table. Because the table is too gross to allow the expression of the Chaitanya. To put in the language of the Prakriya, in the table, the Chaitanya does not reflect. There is no Chidabhasa in the table. There is no reflection of the consciousness in the table. That is why, despite the Chaitanya being there, the table is insentient. Whereas The Sukshma Sharira. The Sukshma Sharira has a special ability. Even though it is also made of the five elements, even though it is Jada by nature, it has a special ability. It allows the reflection of the Chaitanya. Therefore, there is Chidabhasa in the Sukshma Sharira. And when the Sukshma Sharira is sitting in this Sthula Sharira, the Chidabhasa is felt in the Sthula Sharira also. The sentiency is felt in the Sthula Sharira also. That is why we can feel the touch. There is a reflex. Touch this Sthula Sharira with a burning agarbatti, incense stick. All of a sudden there will be a reflex reaction. Why there is a reflex? This doesn't have any reflex. But in this Sharira there is a reflex. That means there is sentiency. On account of the Chidabhasa in the Sukshma, in this Sharira, there is reflex. So, the Sukshma Sharira sits in some bodies. Manushya Sharira, Deva Sharira, Tiryak Sharira, Sthavara Sharira. Plants, etc. are called Sthavara Sharira. Even the Upanishad talk about the Jiva entering the Sthavara Sharira, Jiva taking up Sthavara Sharira. Sthanumanyenu sanyanti yatha karma yatha shrutam. Some people can even become tree, plant, etc. Sthavara. So plants also have some kind of reaction. It is studied by the biologists. There is a reflex. There is sentiency there. Though it is not as explicit as the animal body or the human body. That is why the Jiva can become a plant, take up a plant body. But the Jiva cannot become a chair. You cannot take up a chair body or a table body. It doesn't happen because in the chair, table, etc., the Sukshma Sharira cannot express. It is like the software. It can express only in some type of hardwares. You put the software into this table, the table will not start functioning. If you put it into the computer or your mobile phone, it will show the output. Something of that sort. The hardware should support the software. So the jiva is present only when there is chidabhasa. If there is no chidabhasa, it is not a jiva. So that is what makes the difference between bhoga ayatana and bhogya. The sharira is bhoga ayatana because the jiva is there in this body. And the chair, table, etc., they are not bhoga ayatana because there is no chidabhasa in that. It is only bhogya. It is an object of your enjoyment. The chair, you are sitting in the chair, you are enjoying the chair. The chair is bhogya. The food is bhogya. It is not bhoga ayatana. But then some other people, see, for being bhogya, it is not necessary that only insentient objects should be bhogya. Even the sentient ones can be your bhogya. Every other human being is your bhogya. Every other individual is your bhogya because you are experiencing them. They are giving you pleasure or pain. All your relatives, they are your bhogya. With respect to you, they are bhogya. Because somebody gives pleasure, somebody gives pain, somebody is troublesome, children keep fighting, then it is also a bhogya. So a particular body, this body, for this jiva, the jiva who is sitting in this body is a bhoga ayatana. But for all others, for all of you, it is a bhogya because you are experiencing it. For some people, it is giving pleasure, for some people, it is giving pain. Therefore, even the bhogya is relative. To who it becomes a bhogya, it has to be told. So, Devatiryang Naradayaha, the public is created. So many people, so many beings are created in the scheme of the universe. And now the author explains their samsara. All the beings who are born, they have their own problem of samsara. Because they are ajnanis. There is avidya. Already we have seen there is avidya, karana shariram. And the avidya has blocked their Paramananda Swarupa. The Paramananda Swarupa is hidden by the avidya, karana sharira. Therefore, they lack the knowledge of their own true self. They are not satisfied with their own swarupa. They are not aware of their infinite nature. And the same avidya makes them identify with this limited body. The avidya makes them identified with this limited body. Then they say, I am manushyaha, aham manushyaha, aham devaha. See, we were all taught in school, you are a human being. You are Homo sapien. Your ancestors were the apes. They were your ancestors. Therefore, you can ape your ancestor apes. So when we learn, when we study, we are the descendants of monkeys. What will we do? We will behave like monkeys only. Our ancestors were monkeys. We will start behaving like monkeys. But the Shastra says, you are not the descendants of monkeys. You are the descendant of the rishis. That is why everybody has a gotra. All of us have gotra. Some people might have forgotten their gotra, but everybody has a gotra. Why do we remember our gotra? We remember our gotra to connect with the Rishi who was our ancestor. We are the descendants of Rishis. Therefore, our actions and our thoughts should be befitting to the descendants of the Rishis. When we call ourselves the descendants of the Rishis, our effort will be to be like the Rishis. If we keep saying we are the descendants of monkeys, you know what is happening now. I don't have to elaborate on that. So there is self-ignorance. On account of self-ignorance, we identify with the limited body. And we try to find happiness from outside. Because when we identify with this limited body, there is a sense of incompleteness. There is a sense of incompleteness. I am incomplete. The sense of incompleteness makes us seek the completeness. I want to be complete. It is like bending a bamboo stick. A straight bamboo stick you bend a straight bamboo stick, what happens? It has the elasticity. It wants to regain its original shape. Because the original shape of the bamboo stick is straight. It is not tolerating the bend. The bend is not tolerated. It is not acceptable to the bamboo stick. It wants to go back. Likewise, when we are put into this limited space, arrested in this limited space, we are not happy here. We are not happy with the limitation. Because our very nature is not limited, it is infinite, it is Brahman. That is why we seek completeness. We seek completeness. When we seek completeness, we seek it outside. The universal mistake that every individual makes is to seek completeness outside himself. It is a universal mistake. And this universal mistake is mentioned in Kathopanishad. Paranchikha nivyatranat swayambhuhu tasmat parang pashyati nantaratman. Paranchikha nivyatranat swayambhuhu. The indriyas, they look outwards. By nature, we look outwards. We seek happiness from outside. That is why People do not think of finding the happiness inside. Because by nature, we think what we want will be available outside. This is a universal notion, universal misconception. We will find all that we want outside. That is why they do not even seek Atmajnana and they remain ignorant. Therefore, Vidyaranya says, Te paragdarshinaha, they look outwards. Paragdarshinaha, they look outwards. They seek happiness outside. They seek completeness outside. This object will give me completeness. A car will give me completeness. A dress will give me completeness. The complete man. There is an ad. What is that? Raymond's. The complete man. So this person sees the ad and thinks, if I wear this dress, I will become complete. So paragdarshinaha, we see completeness outside. And as long as we see completeness outside, we remain ignorant of our true nature. Even if somebody tells about Atma, we find it boring. Vedanta class is boring. Why? People don't even have the possibility. People are not even convinced of the possibility of finding the happiness within. Therefore, pratyak tattva bodha vivarjitaha, they lack the understanding of the pratyak tattva, the truth which is inside, the truth which is their own nature. They are not aware of it. They continue to be ignorant. And continue to seek happiness outside. Shloka 30. Kurvate karma bhogaya karma kartuncha bhunjate nadyam kita iva vartad avartantaramashute vrajanto janmano janma labhante naiva nirvritim. On account of ignorance, the jivas end up in a cycle, a whirlpool. Vidyaranya calls it a whirlpool. A whirlpool of karma and karma phala. A whirlpool of action and its result. Kurvate karma bhogaya. They want bhoga, enjoyment. For enjoyment, they do karma. Karma is a result of kama. When we seek happiness outside, it is kama. What is kama? You seek happiness from any object. The mobile phone will give me happiness. A new smartphone will give me happiness. Kama. A new car will give me happiness. Kama. So there are many kamas. So avidya leads to kama. When there is avidya, there is kama. If there is no avidya, there cannot be kama. Because if there is no avidya, first of all, you are aware of your Paramananda Rupa. If you are aware of your own Paramananda Swarupa, there is no room for kama. Because in front of the Paramananda Swarupa of the Atma, every other object of happiness is insignificant. Also, when there is no avidya, you do not attribute satyatva. You do not attribute reality to any external object. When you do not attribute reality to any external object, you cannot desire it. Even because of this reason, there cannot be kama without avidya. So avidya gives rise to kama. Because the avidya, first of all, blocks your Paramananda Swarupa, makes you identify with this limited individuality, and also the avidya makes you attribute reality to the external world. On account of avidya, you think the world is real. That is why avidya gives rise to kama. You are not aware of your Paramananda Swarupa, and you think you are limited, and then you think the external world will give you happiness. All these three things are accomplished by avidya. See, what does avidya do? First of all, cover your swarupa, Paramananda swarupa. Make you identify with the limited individuality and make you feel incomplete. You are incomplete. And third, it makes the external world promising. It makes the external world appear promising by attributing reality to the external world. All these three things are done by avidya. Then you start saying, I want it, I want that. Avidya leads to kama. And kama leads to karma, action. When there is kama, it ends up in karma. It propels us into karma. Sometimes it may be laukika karma. Sometimes it may be shastriya karma also. Even the shastriya karma is done because of kama most often. So I want to get a new smartphone. What will I do? I will go for a job, earn money, but the job money is not enough to buy a smartphone because it costs 1.5 lakh rupees. iPhone. I don't know which iPhone. I know only iPhone. There are many models of iPhone. The latest model of iPhone, what is it called? Pro, Max, something, I don't know. So that model costs 1.5 lakh rupees. And my salary is very meager. I don't have salary, okay. So it is laukika karma. I do job to get salary. Laukika karma. The laukika karma is not enough. Then I think I will do a shastriya karma. I will do a yaga so that I will get money and then I will get the smartphone. So I perform a yaga and my prayer is I should get money so that I can buy the smartphone. There is an avahanti homa. I perform the avahanti homa. It is meant for generating wealth. So in addition to the laukika karma, I do the shastriya karma also. So kama drives me into karma, various types of karma. And the karma generates bhoga. Karma phala is bhoga. Sukha and dukkha. Pleasure and pain. So sometimes I may do shastriya karma. Sometimes I might as well do ashastriya karma. Nishiddha karma. I want a smartphone, I may steal it. Or I may tell lie and get something. ashastriya karma. So shastriya karma and ashastriya karma. Punya and papa. I gather punya and papa. Punya and papa leads to bhoga, karma phala, sukha and dukkha. In this life I keep getting sukha and dukkha. And most of the karma phalas cannot be enjoyed in this life itself. I need another janma. We are doing many karmas in this life. Everything cannot be experienced in this life itself. We need another janma for bhoga, for experiencing the result of our karma. Therefore, bhogaya karma kurvate. For bhoga, for karma phala, they do karma, all the jivas. And once they do karma and get the bhoga increases their vasana. You give me a type of sweet, a special sweet. I enjoy it. Tomorrow I will ask for the same sweet. Last time you got this. This time also you get this. Because that is the nature of our mind. It gets some pleasure, then it wants it more. Yeah. So, after bhoga, there is further kama. Bhoga enhances kama, adds to the kama. See, bhoga does not put an end to the kama. That is why Yayati says, there is Yayati story in Mahabharata. Yayati enjoyed his life for 1000 years, borrowing youth from his son Puru. And then Yayati says, after 1000 years, Najatu kamah kamanam upabhogena shamyati havisha krishnavartmeva bhuya eva bhivardhate. Kama does not reduce by the enjoyment. One cannot quench the thirst of kama by gratification. Because kama is like fire. The more you feed it, the stronger it becomes. Therefore, bhogaya karma kurvate. They do karma for bhoga. And then karma kartuncha bhunjate. They enjoy the bhoga to do further karma. Means enjoyment of the bhoga leads to further karmas, enhances the desires and more karma. So this is the whirlpool of karma and karma phala. The cycle of karma and karma phala. So karma, karma phala, once again karma phala. It continues incessantly, perpetually. The cycle of karma and karma phala continue. Now, in order to explain the plight of the jiva, Vidyaranya takes up an example. An insect, a kita, it has fallen into a river. Nadyam kitaha ivavartat avartantaramashute. We have read this, right? Yeah. Nadyam kitaha iva. The kitas, insects, if they fall into the river, they cannot get out of it. And they go from whirlpool to whirlpool. Avartat avartantaram. One whirlpool to another whirlpool. They are caught up. Whirlpool is the one which goes round and round. Avarta. Vrajanto janmano janma. Just like the kita goes from whirlpool to whirlpool, the jiva goes from one janma to another janma in the cycle of karma. Human janma, then dog janma, then cat janma. After many janmas, once again it may get a human janma. And sometimes it may go to devata janma also. It may go up also. So it is always fluctuating. The janmas keep fluctuating. It is not that there is a linear progression. Janmas are not linear. It is volatile, up, down, depending on various karmas. So, on account of punya karma, one might have got a devata sharira for a while. But when the punya karma is exhausted, he may even go down to dog janma. Because then what is there in his store? It is the papa. On account of the papa, he will go to dog janma also. Imam lokam heenataram va vishanti. Vrajanto janmano janma labhante naiva nirvritim. They do not get nirvriti. They do not get moksha. So now, when they get moksha, that will be told later on. We will see later. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.